limitless souls, many of us have been through the stage of self discovery. It's the stage where we start asking, who am I? Really? We take personality tests, we dive into astrology, we read about human design, MBTI types, attachment styles, or even medical or psychological labels like ADHD, autism, or anxiety. We look for ourselves in books, in quizzes, in frameworks that try to explain why are we the way we are. This stage is important. It gives us validation. It helps us see the patterns. It tells us that there is a reason why we feel this way. But here's the question I want to bring today. What happens after self discovery? Because while finding yourself in labels is helpful, it's not the end of the journey. The deeper work, the work that leads to alignment with your true self, comes after. It's about dissolving those labels, not clinging to them, and living from a space beyond categories. Why self discovery matters. Let's not minimize the importance of self discovery. When you first start exploring, self discovery can feel life changing. Taking a personality test like MBTI can help you understand your strengths and struggles. Astrology or human design can give you language for why you feel different or sensitive. Psychological labels or anxiety can validate years of struggle or open doors to support. At this stage, people feel relief. They feel seen. They feel like they finally have a map. And that's powerful. Self discovery is the door. But if we stay there, we end up turning the map into a cage. The trap of labels. Labels can empower us, but they can also limit us. Here are some ways it happens. Identity lock in. Instead of saying I have ADHD traits, someone begins to say I am ADHD. The label becomes their entire identity. Excuse patterns. Labels can become excuses. I'm an Aries, of course I'm impulsive. Or I am INFJ, so I can't handle crowds. Instead of using insight for growth, the label becomes a wall. Ego attachment. The spiritual ego can also form. I'm an empath. I'm a starseed. I'm more awakened than others. Labels turn into hierarchy and separation. Stagnation. Labels can give us comfort, but also stop us from going deeper. If you think the label explains everything, you might stop exploring what's underneath. Well, the truth is, labels point to aspects of us, but they are never the whole of us. They are like clothing we wear for a season, not the essence of who we truly are. So, dissolving labels is the next step. After self discovery comes the step of dissolving labels. This is where awakening deepens. Dissolving labels doesn't mean you're denying your traits or pretending you're not sensitive or not neurodivergent or not introverted. It means you stop clinging to those words as the totality of your being. You move from I am INFJ to I have INFJ tendencies, but I am more than this. I am ADHD to I experience ADHD traits, but I am not defined by them. I am an empath to I have empathetic sensitivity, but my identity is bigger than this world. This dissolving is crucial because it allows you to live from your true self, not a box created by systems, society, or even spiritual frameworks. Now, from a Gnostic perspective, this step is essential. The Gnostics taught that the material world, ruled by the demiurge and the archons, thrives on limitation and categories. When you say I am this label, you are agreeing to be boxed inside the material illusion. The archons thrive when you believe you are only your personality, only your traumas, only your astrology sign. But gnosis, the true knowing, is about remembering your divine spark. That essence cannot be labeled. It cannot be reduced to four letters, a zodiac sign, or a diagnosis. The soul's truth is beyond words. Labels are useful stepping stones, but the essence of who you are is beyond every category. Practical inner work after discovery. So, how do we actually dissolve labels and live beyond them? Let's go practical here. 1. Awareness. Notice when you're clinging to a label. Are you using it as an excuse? Are you hiding behind it? 2. Reframe. Instead of I am this, try I experience these traits. That small shift creates a space between you and the label. 3. Fluidity. Allow yourself to change. You might resonate with a certain identity today and not tomorrow, and that's okay. 4. Mindfulness. When you catch yourself over identifying, pause and remember I am awareness. I am presence. Labels describe me, but they don't define me. 5. Shadow work. Labels can be comfort zones. Sometimes we cling to them to avoid facing deeper pain. Shadow work helps reveal why we're so attached. 6. Embodiment. Practice being in your body and spirit, not just your mind. Movement, meditation, breath work all help you feel yourself beyond concepts. When you dissolve labels, something powerful happens. You begin to live as your true self. You stop worrying about whether you fit into boxes. You begin to respond to life not from a category, but from authenticity. You become more fluid, adaptable, and open. You embody presence rather than description. The true self isn't interested in whether you're an introvert, extrovert, Aries, or Pisces. The true self is simply expressing, growing, experiencing, and remembering. When you leave from that space, you feel lighter, you feel freer, you stop policing yourself with identities, and you start allowing yourself to evolve. Now let's be real here. If you don't move beyond self-discovery, you risk getting stuck in cycles. You can end up constantly reanalyzing yourself instead of living. You can cling to labels that once helped but now limit. You can mistake knowing about yourself for actually living as your true self. The goal isn't to collect identities. The goal is to dissolve them, so that what remains is the essence. Labels are the training wheels. You eventually have to ride free. So what happens after self-discovery? The real journey begins. Self-discovery is step 1. It gives you language, validation, and insight. But a deeper awakening is step 2. Dissolving labels, transcending categories, and aligning to your true self. That's where freedom lies. That's where you stop living inside a box and start embodying the fullness of your soul. So if you're on this journey, honor the self discovery stage. But don't stop there. Keep going. Dissolve the labels, align with your essence, and live from the space beyond definitions. Because in the end, you are not a type, you are not a label, you are not even the stories to tell about yourself. You are consciousness, you are awareness, and you are the spark of the divine, remembering itself.